confirmed, but as soon as we find out, Neil, we'll let you know.
Thank you, Rich, very, very much. 2.3 million properties falling into foreclosure 2008. Maybe the Obama administration could take a few ideas from my next guest how to turn things around. He is, I guess, what you call a vulture investor, purchases loans for as little as 50 cents on the dollar, cuts homeowners' cost enough to get them easier mortgage terms, still make a profit. Ralph DellaCamera joins us right now. So, Ralph, both sides benefit in this arrangement. What do you do for the homeowner?
Basically what we do is we buy and service defaulted residential first mortgages. And essentially what we do is we're buying assets from financial institutions that have pretty much marked them down to a level that we could buy them at profitably. We look at the mortgages, we do our due diligence, we have access to all the files, we could do everything except go inside the home. So theoretically we're buying these at a pretty big discount. And what we do is we try to share some of that discount with the homeowner, which is unlikely, which is not the way it's been done in the past.
So they're looking at what kind of a payment cut when they do it with you?
Each one is on a case-by-case basis. I think what's important to understand is currently what's happened in the Office of the Control of Currency has recognized that the current modification programs are not working. And I have to be careful here because I have a vowel at the end of my name, but traditionally the approach has been a baseball bat approach. They go into the investor, to the borrower, and they essentially say, pay me or get out. What we do, because we have...
And by the way, those that do pay, oftentimes defaults all over again.
Correct. And part of the
How do you avoid that?
Part of the problem is, what we do is, it comes down to specialty servicing. We look at the individual borrower, and we try to assess their ability to repay.
So you find they're able to repay, they're just in hard times, but obviously they need their payment cut a lot, or the rate on the loan cut a lot. What do you do for them?
Well, each one is different. We try to cut the rate. You have to understand that we have a pretty decent discount, so we have a lot of room to play with the mortgage holder. What we try to do is get them to a point, it's more like debt counseling. We get them to a point where they could financially pay.
And then that is repackaged and sold, and therein is where you make the money.
Some of it is sold, but at the moment there's a logjam. And
so you're holding on to that logjam?
Some of it we hold on to, some of it we can put back into the marketplace. But I think what needs to be done in Congress, there's a lot of focus and a lot of attention on bad banks, bad assets, toxic assets. What that's doing is just providing liquidity to the financial institutions. You still have to face the housing crisis and the foreclosure crisis. So what we're doing is trying to get people to stay in their homes and not foreclose again. So we're really debt counseling. We're trying to keep the people in their homes, get them to the point where they could pay, and if they run into a problem again, we'll work out that payment plan with them again.
All right, and you don't have to apologize to the vowel in your name. It always works out. All right, well, thank you very much. A novel idea. You know, the government looking to spend our way out of this mess.